That's so funny. I get to do the intro over again. That is hilarious. Can you hear me now, love? Oh, I was saying the most. Okay. Let me know when you can hear me. I want to make sure before I repeat everything over again. I'm just saying, y'all just gonna have to bear with me. Oh, this is hot. Yay, sound. Hi, my name is Josie. Welcome to my channel. If you're new to Fit Essentials, welcome. So, as I was saying, I'm going through the process of elimination, and I said, yay, thank you, full moon energy. And I'm very, very focused on, thank you, love. Yolanda Marie in the house, y'all. I'm very focused on letting go of what no longer serves me, but in a physical body way. Saturn is retrograde in my first house. Okay. And I just got a visit in my, the sun is visiting my sixth house. So it was like, okay, get up. You used to walk. You need to go walking. You need to do this. You need to do that. So when I felt like I needed to remove things from my physical body, it wasn't in a sense of, oh, let me drink water for 3 days or do some kind of crazy fast. It was blood flow, movement, because I'm gonna eat. I'm going to eat. Okay, that's not gonna change. But I need to move and actually use enough energy to kind of balance that out, you know. I am guilty for the last, I don't know how many months. It's been a mess. The last 3 months have been sluggish for me. I had gotten comfortable being home. I tried to go out there and I ended up coming back. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to come back and I'm going to get on here. I'm going to do all of these videos. And then I quickly realized, no, ma'am, I'm still in that pocket of transformation, that part where you're fighting with yourself. So I just unpublished my Patreon, so y'all don't have to worry about me trying to get you to go over there anymore. I'm really actually trying to get to where I'm not constantly having to tell people to go here, go there. No, that's why if you've seen the community tab, I asked 2 questions. Do you have a TikTok? Do you have an Instagram? Because I'm going to shoot the August video on Instagram. I'm experimenting at this point because YouTube is what it is. Okay, most of y'all keep getting unsubscribed. It's a mess. And I just don't want to, you know? One thing I am feeling is a high amount of discipline in certain areas of my life. This does not make me a saint. This is definitely not me saying, oh, from here on out, I'm just going to be perfect. No, certain areas of my life, I have been called to get it together. The other areas, I'm here for the shenanigans, always, okay? Um, but I'm really, this full moon energy is kind of interesting. We already had the rose-colored glasses slapped off of our faces. You know what I'm saying? Between Saturn and Neptune going retrograde, like it was violently ripped away, our fantasies. and it was kind of a build up to where we are now and where we're headed. The person that you are in this moment right here, I mean, and I know that people say this, it is. Instagram is easy for me in a lot of ways. I get to save my reels as drafts and release them whenever I want to. I'm just saying. It's I can be more productive there. But you know how they'll say, oh, you know, you're not the same person that you were an hour ago or last week as you are now. You're gonna really feel that and understand that you're not the same person, because you know how we can go through transformations and not even realize how much we've changed. Oh no, you're getting a front row seat. You're getting a front row seat to the change. You know, that's the title in all caps, the change. Like, you're going to be there for it. You're going to be there for the intensity. You're going to understand. And y'all forgive me. I've got two fans pointed at me. It's a lot of air. So my eyes are literally overreacting. But yeah, you're gonna literally in real time be able to track the moments where you've shifted, where you've changed, where you've stood 10 toes down. Like, it's gonna be in real time and it's awesome. There's a lot of people right now, this moment, recognizing their worth quickly in situations and exiting and, you know, choosing different. And I'm so proud of y'all. The energy is here to help you. That's what it's all about. It's not just about other people around you being in their integrity. It's about you being in your integrity. And the moment you do something you really didn't want to do, for whatever reason, you're not in integrity either. Okay? It can sneak up on you in all kind of different ways. Hello, Gracie. Everybody's, you know, there's so much, right? We got the cosmic stone soup happening. You got asteroids, you got comets, you got stars, you got remnants of other planets, you got little chunks of ice here. You got some weird matter you don't even know nothing about. All of it is in the pot, okay? And Saturn is stirring the pot, okay? There is a lot of what you thought you knew, you're getting schooled on now. There's a lot of, they can't do that, or there's no way that that can happen, and you're realizing, oh yes, 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 it can and it will. It will happen immediately. There are so many weird suspect things happen around us right now. Like, I swear for the last maybe 4 days, the sky has attempted to crack open at the same time, right around this time. All of this rain out of nowhere comes and goes within a couple of hours. I mean, my garden is loving it, don't get me wrong, but if you have plans out there in the world with other people, gotta be places, that it can throw you off, because one thing I've noticed that people are saying is that, hey, this wasn't predicted in the weather. You know, we're having a whole bunch of those derecho storms, you know, all over the US. It's just craziness, you know, and I'm not even gonna get started on the political stuff. No. But what I can tell you is, in the midst of all of this, in the midst of the unpredictability, in the midst of you thought you knew, but now you're being schooled, whatever you feel called to be disciplined in right now, there's a reason for it. It's not just, oh, like me, these beautiful planets visiting my 6th house, right? The geomagnetic consequences of the solar activity. Exactly. Exactly. The soup. Oh man. There's a reason why you're being called to be disciplined in certain areas of your life right now. It's because by the time that you get to the end of this year, you will have strengthened whatever was necessary to be strengthened. And unfortunately, I've got the task of my whole life, because Saturn's in my first house So I'm starting with my body and my connection with my body so that I can function everywhere else. Um, but there's a certain area of life that you are being called to strengthen, whether it's mental, emotional, whatever. Because by the time that you get to the end of this year, you're going to know why you all of a sudden started eating a lot of berries, needed more antioxidants, whatever, vitamins, amino acids, whatever, started exercising, started um, drawing and becoming more creative and getting back into art. There's a reason for it, because the stage is literally being set for, I'm not going to say the greatest show on earth, but it's definitely going to be a show. So whatever you're pulled to really, whatever area of life that you're pulled to get all the way together right now, don't second guess yourself. There's a reason for it. Do it all the way. Don't half-ass it. You will thank me later. Okay. And also at the same time, take your time. You're learning and unlearning at the same time. This is not a race. This is specific to you as an individual. Just have the intention and agree with the energy that's trying to assist you in being disciplined and getting whatever this area of life is together for you. And you will continue to get the synchronicities and the energetic help that you need in that area. It will come. Just stay steadfast in the intention, okay? Because this is nothing. The distractions that you are experiencing right now are nothing. It's like a Sunday afternoon. Okay, this is, don't get me started about August, okay? The outrageous energy that you're experiencing, observing, should I say? Because, on a collective scale, there's this outrage. And then in some of our personal lives, there's this outrage, the audacity, the like, is this really happening? Yeah. And it's really necessary, because if you were not witnessing this, would you actually take the steps you need to take to make the moves you need to make? Like, would you? Be honest with yourself. It took this to get you to pivot, to get you to make a change, is necessary. Gracie says, yes, I don't know what I had hidden expectations without feeling. I got it. I got schooled aware less than I thought, in 2 areas. Yep, exactly. She got some emotional mastery going on there. But yeah, it's important that you make yourself comfortable during this experience. When they tell you to put your hands and feet in the ride, it's for your safety, but I'm sure it's also for your comfort, because the ride was designed to hold you a certain way, especially with the anticipated movements that it's going to make. So if you want to have any sort of comfort in the chaos, keep your hands and feet inside the ride at all times. Don't let your curiosity get your, arm snatched off. I'm just saying. Because what may look harmless right now, you are going to regret underestimating it. There's a lot of primal energy afoot, a lot of survival and root chakra energy out there, okay? And then even within yourself, you may be experiencing this uprising of root chakra energy, and you may feel like, oh, it's time for everybody to get it. It's time. It's beast mode. It's let me, out of nowhere. Okay. You've had all of the patience. You have had all of the grace. You've let people talk to you in any kind of way. You've been just given chances. And all of a sudden there's this full stop. And instead of saying, oh no, don't talk to me that way, this is not acceptable, or I don't wish, instead of just being assertive, you end up really just knocking somebody out on sight. You're gonna have to catch that. You're gonna have to be ahead of that, because you are going to literally have a reflex that you didn't expect, and you're gonna be standing there like, oh snap, like it's gonna be that immediate regret. If y'all don't know about Saturn energy, it rules things like regret. Okay. And there's a lot of immediate karma being dished out, but right now I feel like there's a lot of impulsive energy happening. Yes, and I'm finally going to talk about this because I touched on it before, but I really need to talk to y'all. For some odd reason, it's so important that I talk to y'all about this Lionsgate. Everybody gets super excited about this portal, and they want to harness the energy, utilize the energy, direct the energy for whatever the stuff, right? But I'm telling you right now, I don't know the details about what's going on, but I just know that if you are not a vibrational match to this particular peak of the Lionsgate portal, things may not happen the way you expect them to, and there's Mars energy mixed into this. Accidents could happen. Fires, cuts, accidents, surgeries, those things. I don't know how. These are the messages, but there's a lot of Mars energy mixed up with this Lionsgate portal. So when you get to August 8th and you sitting there with your candles and you're doing all of your rituals and you're meditating, or you're in a group meditation, you better be really honest with yourself. It's kind of like determining whether or not you can fight somebody. Because if you have an ounce of doubt, that's it. You're ate up completely. You're done for. Okay. So whatever it is that you choose to do with this Lionsgate portal, doubt has no place. You better be sure of yourself, because you're going to get what you ask for, and you need to know how to handle it. If you don't know how to tame a stallion, then don't walk around saying that you want to tame a stallion. Do not ask the universe for a stallion. If you're bored, find another hobby, because this Lionsgate is not the one to be played with. It's very interesting, and I've been getting this message for about a month now, but I like to give it some time before I actually say something, so that I can get more of the don't touch this energy, because literally that's what I hear. I hear this is not for you. And I'm not speaking to every single person. There are some people that will be able to do what they normally do and come out unscathed. But I'm just saying, if you're distracted, if you have any ounce of doubt, if the energy ain't set up in your environment or in your body, I would not attempt to connect with that Lionsgate energy. Okay? It's not to say that it's not already happening all around you. I would rather those people who need to be extra careful, I would rather them just follow your synchronicities in each moment without intentionally trying to get all that you can get out of the energy. Okay? Because again, there's this particular thing about this energy where the message is, this is not for you. And the person's looking at you in your eyes, trying to get you to understand, like to get you to take the hint, like, yo, this is not for you. You know what I mean? You could be allergic to it, whatever the case may be. It's not for you. So that's what's going on with the Lionsgate energy and that message that I've been trying to actually talk about this whole time. Whatever you thought about yourself, about things in your own personal reality, you're going to continue to get that pushback from the universe saying, no, this is what it's really been, or this is where you really are now. There's a lot of people talking about these Mandela effects and how, you know, when they're hearing about these celebrities passing, they're like, I thought they passed a long time ago and all this and that. No, you're not wrong. However, you're not there. You're not there. Whenever you move into another timeline, you have the past and the present and the future of that timeline. So if you're in a timeline where something happened a certain way, once you move out of that timeline into another one, it's as if that thing never happened because you shifted into another stream of consciousness, another whole stream of creation where that never happened. That particular thing, as part of the whole, did not happen. So it's best for you to observe, understand the discrepancy, but keep it moving, especially if it's not affecting you personally. Okay? I really feel like that's a deep distraction right now. We could talk about it all day, but what are you going to do about it? Okay? Now, in your personal lives, if you find yourself on another timeline where there's important paperwork that was never signed or some craziness like that, I suggest that you just do it over. I suggest that you play stupid. Do not try to convince anybody of what you are aware of that happened. Keep it moving, because that's how you're going to continue to get what you want in this reality. Okay? Everything is like that little toy that we used to have, the viewfinder. You click and then it's a new picture, and then you click and it's a new picture. I'm telling y'all, it's something else. It's very important for you to continue moving. I don't want to tell you to continue to move forward because there are no straight lines. I don't even know if there are any lines left at all. You got to continue moving though, whether it be mentally, whether it be emotionally, and, you know, letting go of things and not really trying to change them or hold on to them is what's going to propel your movement. You want to keep moving. If Saturn is stirring the cosmic stone soup and you're inside the pot with all of this stuff being stirred, are you going to try to backstroke against the current? If Saturn is stirring to the left, are you going to try to swim into that? You know what I'm saying? Just imagine you're going to get smacked with stuff. You're going to get burnt out and tired because you're swimming against the current. Like, what's the point? Nothing's the same. Nothing's going to be the same. It's okay. A lot of changes are about to happen between now and January. And what do? Right? The whole point is to be able to move through, not around, don't avoid it. Don't wish things were the way that they were. You got to move through this. How are you going to move through this? By being disciplined in the area that you're being called to be disciplined in the now. Because you will have your strength when these things arrive. You will have done whatever you needed to do to be able to walk through these energies, these situations, these things that are coming. Okay. If we could get out of the energy of trying to control and stop things, because again, the universe is acting out of necessity. There's a healing, there's a transformation going on. If we could just observe, right? Trust your gut and continue moving. I feel like that's the safe spot for you. That's going to be your comfort, your safety. Even right now, there's a lot of people that don't feel, how do you say it? Connected to their spiritual teams or interested as much as they used to be in their spiritual practice. Don't feel bad about that. You've got to know when energy is too intense to try to fight against. Not everybody's disciplined all the time to where they don't have these moments where they've been slacking and then now they're dealing with an energy bigger than them, right? This is why we are all beautiful, amazing, healing beings. So whenever you have a moment where you have dipped, that's when you're supposed to reach out to another starseed light worker and say, hey, I need a little help here. Something's going on. It's kind of out of control. I'm flapping in the wind, right? Call in your reinforcements. And again, know when an energy is bigger than you and it's not about you. It's not always your fight. It's not about you. It just happens to be there. Are you going to put up a big fuss if you see an elephant about to sit on you? Nothing's going to stop that elephant. It's going to keep taking the motion to sit down, no matter how much you scream and yell, no matter how much you demand whatever, it's going to sit down. Your job is to move out of the way, okay? Save yourself. Love on yourself. Because there's a lot of elephants trying to sit down right now. We just need to not be in the way. Think about the ant. The ant in New York City trying to get across the sidewalk. That's you right now. Yeah. You got to use your brain. You got to use your strength. You got to use everything you got. And sometimes one of those things is not as strong as it should be. And you have grace and time right now to make it strong to where by the time you need to execute, you can with flying colors, and you will continue to be able to live your life without being a smashed ant on the sidewalk in New York. Nobody's gonna think twice. It's nature. Nature, right? We can argue about who belongs where all day, every day, but it's happening. It's already in progress. So you gotta keep moving. You got to. It's very important, okay? What else do these beautiful souls need to hear about today specifically? I suggest that you, because a lot of you are like, yo, I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to work in medicine. I want to go drive trucks now. Like there's this huge shift It's like everybody's having a Saturn return right now. Okay. And they're looking up like, yeah, I'm done with this. I'm gonna go over here and do this now. And if everybody's kind of doing that at the same time, it could it could be tough, you know, because there's a lot of dropping the mic. There's a lot of people literally finding their freedom. They're being emancipated, okay? But there's a reason for this because your energy is needed elsewhere. Your energy is needed to be put in something else. You're not feeling that for no reason. So how do you say? You know how when you listen to the channelings and they're like, light workers, star seeds, we need you, blah, blah, blah. And then people will, you know, they'll be like, oh, let's have this global meditation for this specific reason, blah, 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 right? So if you think about that concept, now just zoom into your personal life. Yourself needs you to no longer be a firefighter. Yourself needs you to start a band. It may not make sense to you, but that's what yourself needs you to do in order to be able to handle what is coming in. So even though it doesn't make sense, it's necessary to bring out whatever quality needs to be strengthened and also shown. Your auras are going to be different. Ha, of course. Wow. Okay. So people who normally will get their auras read, you know, you got all of the chakra colors for the auras. Well, people who do that photography where they can see your aura, or people who can naturally see auras, they're going to start seeing some colors they hadn't seen before. Yeah, I don't know what that's about, but I think it's cool. But your aura is going to be different. It's going to act different as well. Some of you may start experiencing the phenomena where people, like, you could be standing maybe 3 feet away from this person and they swear you tapped on them. They swear you brushed against them. That's not a ghost. That's not some other being. That is you. We're becoming bigger energetically. We're stretching out farther, right? And, you know, that new expansion is going to be your next state of being, right? It's not going to shrink back. So guess what? If we're all standing next to each other and we all expand, we're going to have to move around to make some adjustments because we don't fit the same way anymore. Okay. It's very interesting. Oh yeah, don't get me started on the new extraterrestrial species that people are going to be talking about. New beings, just period, that people are going to be talking about. That energy that I mentioned when I was over at Pamela's at Higher Vibrations, that energy that's like a luminescent smoke is still here. I still don't understand it. It's not harmful. I've been observing it. I don't get to control when it shows up, and there's no exchange in a human language between myself and this luminous smoke energy. It's super cool though. And I just watch it when it does show up because it seems to be radiating from me. Transmutation. I've been working a lot lately with the violet flame of Saint Germain. It's just brought me comfort. Um, it's literally like we're all out here as cells in your body. Your physical body is the nucleus, and then your aura is the whole rest of the cell, and there's stuff, whatever, right? Because anatomy. Um, I'm like, I'm not about to do this today. But what's happening is, when whatever it is has to leave your physical body, right? It's got to go through this process of your cell detoxing from it, like eliminating it. Like it's not just a whole, oh, I'm releasing this, it's gonna go, and that's it. No, you may release it from your body and it may hang out in your energetic field for a little bit before it's fully released. So try not to have that mentality of, oh, once I released it, bam, that's it. It's it in the quantum. But as far as your physical reality is concerned, you may have moments where you swear you did some release work, but it doesn't really feel like it. But you got to give it a couple of days, depending on what it is. That's all. Some of y'all are going to have this dryer lint looking smoke coming from you when you do some release work, or if you get like energy healing, the practitioner may tell you, hey, there was this dark grayish type smoke that kind of had all of these particles in it, resembles dryer lint. That's that thick stuff. That's that stuff that's not easy to just pull out of somebody, not easy to just release. And that does take time to come out and actually be transmuted on a physical, energetic level. Energy is not the same in a quantum, even though everything happens in the now. In the quantum, energy functions differently there. So how do I explain that? You can feel energy here. You can make an energy ball. It's palpable, right? You can touch it. There's some sensory feedback when you make an energy ball. There's a presence there. You are made aware of it. You can't see it, but you can feel the resistance, right? Well, in the quantum, that's not necessary. You don't have to feel the energy because you're in the quantum, you're in the field, you're everything. So that's like trying to feel the sense of feeling. Of course, it's going to cancel itself out. It's not you're not going to get that feedback the same way. So I was just trying to explain the difference between what's happening there in an instant and then what's happening here a little slower. I'm gonna get away from that right now because I'm not today. Nope. But yeah, I think that's about it, honestly. And I know I randomly came on here like I always do. I like it this way, y'all. Because honestly, there's no way not you're not gonna hear me saying, oh, catch me every Tuesday at 7. I don't, it's not in me. I just can't do it. So y'all just gonna always catch the replays if you don't catch the lives, okay? But the August videos are gonna be live on Instagram. Okay? Don't say I didn't tell you. And I'm also focused on my TikTok more because apparently now I have a TikTok shop and I'm experimenting with how it functions. So that part. Oh man, I've got a couple of items in my TikTok shop if y'all want to go and check them out. I put them there just to put them there. I never intended to sell them, but hey, I'm going to sell them just so I can see how this works, you know, from beginning to end. I need to have the customer's experience. Um, but yeah, Instagram has been easy, and I'm gonna hang out there because it's easy to do the Instagram reels and it's easy to go live on Instagram. I'll still pop in here and randomly talk to y'all like this, but I just don't want you to expect it. And I am experimenting for the month of July videos to see what happens on Instagram. So you won't see the July video here on YouTube. You will have to go to Instagram in order to see it. Now, I may pop in here and do some like readings, like from readings of people in the chat. And I will tell you the day before to give you at least 24 hours because people don't see my stuff and it's annoying. I'll give you as much time as I can to let you know that I'm going to be going live doing readings, you know. But other than that, yeah, those are the messages that I have for you, loves. Yeah, we're here. But I'm going to let y'all go. Have a beautiful evening. Evenings, multiple. We having beautiful evenings now. It's okay. We gonna be all right. We are going to be just fine. Um, I'm just trying to get back to the Zoom. I'm sitting here like, come on. All right. Bye, y'all. Where am I? Where's the stop recording?